Hi Homeworthy, I'm Cynthia. Welcome to my home in Toronto. Please come in.
This Christmas, Homeworthy invites you into a season of wonder. Over the next 25 days, we're stepping into homes that sparkle with holiday cheer, where garlands tumble from mantels, ornaments hang like tiny treasures, and every corner comes alive with joy, merriment, and the spirit of the season.
And I don't know how many ornaments are on the tree. Last year I got 1,400 on, and they were made all over the world. There were ones made in America, Poland, Italy, Japan, just a wide variety, and I love them all.
We'll visit homes where traditions are cherished, where beauty is made by hand, and where rituals become memories that last a lifetime.
We make about 400 of these rolls every year, and on Christmas Eve, our family delivers them to certain families within the area, and our kids get to participate in choosing who gets them.
From quiet moments by the fire to happy gatherings around the table, we're celebrating the way the holidays transform our spaces and fill them with magic.
We do quite a dressy table because it's Christmas and it's a party and you want it to feel special, but you also, it's nice to make the table a little bit kind of imperfect, a little bit higgledy-piggledy. I want people to feel at a party in my home as if they're kind of wearing a ball gown but going barefoot. You know, it's that kind of high-low moment, the kind of specialness, but also the coziness of being really comfortable.
So pour something warm, settle in, and join us for Homeworthy's 25 Days of Christmas, a season-long celebration of holiday magic. To watch Homeworthy's entire Christmas collection ad-free, visit homeworthyplus.com or scan the QR code on screen. You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hi, my name is Cynthia Ferguson, and I'm an interior designer with a residential firm here in Toronto. My home is located in North Toronto. It was built in 1931. It's almost 100 years old, and it is what I call a jewel box. We kept all the original walls, and it is the original size, plus a little addition on the back. It is traditionally a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom home when it was built. We've added on since then a little bit. And this morning I'm going to show you my home as we've decorated it for the holidays. I've lived in this home now for 25 years, which is the longest I've lived anywhere my entire life. When I was looking for a home upon returning to Toronto, I wanted something that was in a great neighborhood, walking distance for my kids to school, and something that was traditional. I love traditional design, and I wanted a home that would be comfortable for me to raise the boys in, but also great once they were grown and had left, that it didn't feel overly large. I wanted great access to downtown and to fabulous shops, and this home just hit all the boxes for me, except that it was painted all gray. And my realtor actually didn't want to show me this house, and I had to beg him to show me the home, and I ended up settling on this one. I just loved it. Welcome to my foyer. And I say foyer, it's very small. It really is a tight space for us, especially when my boys were playing hockey. Hockey bags were a disaster in here. But now that they're in their mid-20s, I get to actually have the foyer that I've always wanted. I love it because it is functional, but it's also really pretty and welcoming. My piece, my antique piece here, I picked up in Italy at a massive antique auction that I went to. So I love that it's here, full of drawers for great storage, but it's also a surface for me to be able to have a drop zone for keys and mail, or for decorations during the holidays. I love the fact that I can put a tray of little gifts out when I'm hosting. I always have fresh flowers to welcome everybody, and there's no room in my home that isn't without artwork as well. Let's go into my living room and see the tree. Welcome to my living room. It is small, cozy, intimate, and For me, feels very English. I absolutely love British design, the unapologetic coziness of it all, of having everybody in great conversational spaces, which this certainly allows for. I also still have a wood-burning fireplace, which is really rare in the city of Toronto. You can't touch it, so it is original, and I love that, especially during the winters here. I live in this room during the holidays. I love it since we put the tree up. It has such a magical light about it, even though it's a north-facing room, and I love being able to sit here with friends and family. This room is a collected space. It is full of items that I have collected over the years. I keep adding to it. It changes. I have new antique pieces. I have custom sofas that I made years ago that still stay and I feel are tried and tested. I love having little displays of my collections on the chests that flank the fireplace. But of course, at this time of year, it's always all about the Christmas tree. Every year, I change my tree and what I do with it. And I am a little bit obsessed with the glass balls that are on the tree and how the light is picked up and it almost looks like they are lit from inside. I think they're so special. This year, the new addition for me decorating are the garlands at the archways. They are not for the faint of heart. I assume I will be picking up needles for the next month, but I love them. And I had my niece help me make all the orange slices and glue them all together. So for me, having family participate makes it even that much more special. I absolutely love traditional design. It's in my bones. It's definitely part of my DNA. My maternal grandmother was a traditionalist and had impeccable taste. My mom loved traditional design, and the homes I grew up in were always traditional and filled with mementos from my family and antiques. And I think it just feels right to me. I also love a home and the way that it's built for the purpose. I don't feel comfortable going in and tearing out walls and changing the soul of a home. For me, traditional and the detailing is where it's at. The holiday time in my home is so important to me. I love creating decorative magic and creating a set, a scene, a fabulous feeling that evokes emotion and reminds my family of all of the importance of time together, as well as little bits of pieces from our childhoods, mine included and theirs. As they've grown up and my kids are in their 20s now, bringing back those memories from that first childhood magic of the Christmas holidays is really important to me. Whether it's garlands on all of the doorways that have ribbons and ornaments on it, or tree that has old ornaments of theirs, or whether it's just the smells that come from decorating our home for the holidays with paperweights and live trees. In Canada, we do love our live Christmas trees, and filling the house with the smell of Douglas fir is one of my favorite things to do. Let's go see the table setting in the dining room. My dining room and living room are connected, which they typically are in older homes. I guess really in most homes. This one is really special to me. We eat all of our meals here as a family, and we have for 25 years. We've created a lot of memories. We have a lot of photos from this room. I love it because it's intimate. It has walls so I can put art on it. I needed to add overflow storage space, so I had the big built-ins done, which house linens and extra sets of china. It's a room that has to be exceptionally functional. It is really quite tight, but I love it because of that. It makes it even more intimate, and everyone who comes for dinner here always says that it's such a great room to spend an evening in. I always set my table for Christmas with tablecloths that feel particular to the time. I want them to be Christmassy. I don't want to use just my white linens. I do like having a plaid tablecloth. I love playing with different china sets, and all of the candlesticks and the glassware, the napkin rings are all personal and collected over the years. For me, it's about having memories on the table while we're creating memories with our friends and family. My napkin ring, for instance, that I use happens to be my grandfather's with his initials on one side and my initials on the other. I'm very sentimental, and these things are really what life is about to me. We also always have art in all of our rooms, and this painting is my favorite. It is by Canadian artist Bobby Berger, and I have had it for a few years now, and it is always the centerpiece. It makes me so happy, and I love it there. And we really built the dining room around the artwork. My favorite memory living in this home during the holidays is absolutely, without a doubt, having my family gathered around my dining room table. My house isn't very big, so it's often a very squishy event, except that we love doing it. And there's something about having everybody here, and sometimes we even flip the dining room in the living room and put the dining room in the living room so we can fit more people and have a cozy little club happening in the dining room, which becomes the living room. We often extend the tables. We might take up 2 rooms. It's really about having my family in my home and having us all together at the holidays, and I absolutely love that. From here, obviously, we go into the kitchen. Why don't you come with me? This kitchen is teeny tiny. It is the size of your average area rug, measuring a whopping 11 feet by 9 feet. It really is quite small. I like it because it is well designed, even though when I renovated it, it kept me up at night. This was the one room that robbed me of hours of sleep. In the end, I'm so thrilled with it. I'm really happy with how it functions. I'm very happy with how it feels. And even though I renovated a number of years ago now, I'm still happy every morning I come down. At Christmas though, it's a whole other ballgame. We typically feed 20 to 25 people for Christmas, and it is crazy for counter space here. We don't have a backup fridge, we don't have anything else, but it's always cold at Christmas in Toronto, so we can use things outside and store at least the beverages outside. This kitchen is my favorite for the fact that it's so personal to me. Of course, I have memories in here as well, especially of my older one cooking in here and sending me videos of him flambeing while I'm away and thinking that he's going to burn the house down. It's an area that I love to add Christmas decorations to, just in subtle ways, and being able to have Christmas in here as well. I love the space, I love the flooring, the warmth of it, I love the colors that I chose, and you'll notice it actually is the only white-walled room in my home. My professional journey is something that I actually fell into and wasn't planning on. I originally thought while I was at university that I would head into law as a practice, and I ended up taking a left-hand turn. That was the best thing I ever did for my entire life and for my career. I started by actually refinishing furniture and was doing folk painting, which was really in the early 90s. And that led to going back to school for design, and I was living at West at the time and ended up working for a firm from Hong Kong for a bit, which really taught me the discipline of drafting by hand. And then when I returned to Toronto, I decided to open my own practice. And I feel very fortunate that I found something that I was so passionate about and loved so much early on in my life. Shall we go and continue the tour upstairs? Follow me. Here we are on the second floor. We're actually in the primary bedroom, which is mine. It's tiny and a little jewel box as well. It measures a mere 11 by 11 feet. It isn't intended to be the primary in this home, but I like it because it's square and it's on the back of the house, so it's a little bit quieter. Although I do hear my sons when they come in at the end of the night still. I also wanted something dramatic and cozy. I'm only in this room, hopefully 7, maybe 8 hours a day. So I painted it black, which was quite controversial at the time. I color washed it, meaning that I took it from the baseboards right to the crown molding, all the same color, all the trim the same color, which makes it feel a little bit bigger if that's possible. I also took this room and added really personal little elements to it. I actually created a larger closet by stealing space from the room that's on the other side of this wall, and I made a double closet for myself. I found these doors, which are magnificent, in the garage rafters of my home when I bought it, and so I brought them in to be the closet doors. I love them because they were intended to be in this house, but I'm using them in a different way. I also find layered lighting really great. I like mood lighting. I like the lights to all be on dimmers and softened. So at the end of the day, I crawl into bed and I turn on the sconces on the side of my bed to read or just actually sit and make my list of what I need to do the next day. For the holidays, I love adding bows to sconces. I also like always having fresh cut flowers in my room. I also found these great little houses, which are behind me, which light up, and I like having them on in the evening. I can't have a tree in here, but at least I have some Christmas magic. There are lots of tricks and tips for holiday decorating. I think one of the greatest things that I love to do is always have candles. The more candles, the more votives, the more candlelight, the better. Nothing sparkles better than candlelight in the evening, and it's a great economical way to create ambiance, which I think is really important for the holidays. The sparkle makes it special. I think the other part that I love to do is even just have bowls of ornaments, shiny, glossy, old ones collected from flea markets. Having a little bit of sparkle with the candlelight and the ornaments and bowls, it instantly makes it festive, and it's really cost effective to do. So this was intended to be the only bathroom in this house. And we lived like this for many, many years while the kids were little. Now it's my bathroom along with one other son, but this is a traditional 1930s bathroom. Combo shower tub on one side, and I made a larger vanity on this side when I renovated. I am not a fan of slab mirrors, but in this bathroom it actually makes sense. So the way that I dressed it up a little bit was by adding 2 oversized sconces on the mirror itself, which I then decorated with 2 oversized ornaments for the holidays. Kind of different, kind of fun. I think it's fun to push the envelope a little bit during the holidays. It's a few weeks that you get to be a little showy and a little fancier, which is always appreciated. When I entertain, my guests do need to use this washroom, so I make sure that it feels like a guest powder room. I love adding fresh foliage in here. Always the eucalyptus is the nicest, especially because it tends to have moisture in the bathroom and it increases the scent. Silver trays with more Christmas ornaments always add that sparkle I was talking about earlier. And a lot of people who have been here already know that I was bananas and decided to hand paint the wall behind me, which I did at about 11 o'clock at night one night. But I love it. And of course, every single room has always got art in it as well. And that is the bathroom. For me, home means family. It truly means that there's a place for everybody and that we can always welcome more people. My home is completely personal. It is filled with antiques that I have found in my travels. It is filled with little pieces of glassware that I have found in my travels. It is filled with silver pieces that I've collected during my design traveling. Every piece in my home reminds me of the people in my life, the people in my design life, the people I travel with, my family, our memories, our experiences. So to me, a home is really a reflection of the people who live in it. And that is so important to me.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.